Okay, so how's the weather like today where you live? Anna, how's the weather like?
The weather?
Mm-hmm.
It's sunny, very sunny, but there is wind.
Oh, it's windy and sunny.
Yes.
And where you live, Chiara, how is the weather like there?
Oh, it's raining and it's cold today.
Raining and cold.
Yes.
And you, Edo?
Here there is all the sky is covered and a little bit wet on the ground.
It's wet.
It's
And Antonella, how is
It's
it?
cloudy.
It's cloudy. So, yeah, here today, even in front of the sea, it's very cloudy. And not still it's not yet raining, but still it's very dark, and it's very British, I would say. Today it's got
Yes,
here
yes.
it's very British weather, so
Yes.
that's why we are going to talk about weather today. That is it's one of the favorite subject of English people when, you know, they have to do small talking, and very often they really like to talk about the weather. So let's go into our book that, by the way, that just was a lesson on the weather. Yes, we've been so lucky today. So number is it was at page 36.
36.
It could be correct to say it will be raining. The
Yes.
future continues.
It will be, yes, it will be raining when it will be raining by the time we are going. So hurry up.
Take the umbrella. Take the umbrella
Oh,
if you
take your
have the
umbrella.
intention to get out.
Yes, that's it. That's it. Okay. Now look at this cartoon. We're all going on a summer holiday. That's typical. Yeah, typical. What does it say about British weather? What do you think? It's this is just this cartoon. It's just telling something that is very typical for British weather. Do you know what? What is saying?
Terrible.
It's not that it is yeah, is that is unpredictable. Unpredictable. Yes. Actually, the feature of the British weather is that it's not that it's bad or good, it's that you never know what is going to happen in the next 5 minutes, because it could change very often. Okay.
Paola, please, could you spell unpredictable?
Okay, I show it.
Okay.
I show it. Here we are. I want to show it. Is anyway a B2 word. Okay, let me share this.
Okay.
Unpredictable.
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 Okay.
Likely to change suddenly and without reason, and therefore not able to be predicted, expected before it happens, or depended on. And the weather there can be unpredictable. Okay. 1 minute it's blue skies and the next minute it's pouring rain. That is typical. Okay.
Pouring. What does it mean?
Pouring is falling down with what? With something liquid. Pouring, to pour, is like we pour milk.
Versare.
Or è versare,
Versare.
but when we talk about rain means diluviare.
Diluviare.
Ah,
Mhm.
ok.
Butta giù l'acqua col secchio, insomma. Noi diciamo,
Esatto.
Yeah,
ma-
that's it.
Gocciolare,
Ok.
gocciolare.
Gocciolare is dropping because it's drop
Dropping.
by drop.
By
Drop, drop, dropping is gocciolare. Pouring è proprio tanto, copiosamente, no? Per cui è proprio quello che noi diciamo diluviare.
Mhm.
Okay, let's go back to our book here. Okay, now we are going to read this article. Do you know what is an Indian summer?
No.
No.
You don't know? Never heard about it?
No.
Ah,
Indian summer.
Indian
Anyway,
summer.
this lesson we have done probably in the first part of November. I remember this question, Indian summer. You have
Indian
written
summer, yes.
anyway, but I don't
Okay, we are
remember.
going to
È stata
discover
indiana.
together. Yes, it's of course stata indiana,
Indiana.
but what is referred to? What does it mean? What is the
USA? In USA, there
No,
is
no, no.
no.
In Indian summer is a way is referred to the weather. Is referred to the weather,
Yes.
and we are going to discover
Like monsoon.
why. Yes, you're very near to. You're very near to, but not really. Okay, when there are some poems when some women are compared to Indian summers, and you will understand why. Okay, can you please start reading, Chiara?
Okay. It's commonly observed, wrote Dr. Johnson in 1758, that when two Englishmen meet, their first talk is of the weather. They are in haste to tell each other what each must already know, that is hot or cold, bright or cloudy, windy or calm. Not much has changed. A survey published early this year found that the average British person mentions the weather at least once every 6 hours, and that 60% of us check the weather forecast every day, even when nothing unusual is happening.
Sorry.
Okay. Last week, as temperature soared to 29 degrees,
yes,
the highest record and of September temperature for 116 years. There was a sense of both delight at the lovely not weather and worry about the tree or global warming. On television and in the newspapers, experts argued earnestly over what such extreme weather meant and if there was even a term for it. While many called it an Indian summer, the Met Office ruled that it couldn't be properly called an Indian summer, which only occurs as a warm spell in autumn, especially in October and November. The BBC's main weatherman also agree that the heat had arrived a bit too early to be described as an Indian summer.
Okay, Anna, could you please continue?
Yes, Indian summer has different names across the globe. In Britain, until around the end of the First World War, late heat waves were known as St. Martin's summers. The feast of St. Martin falling on 11th November, and in much of Europe they still are. Other countries have their own names. In Russia, it's Old Ladies' Summer. In Bulgaria, Bulgaria, a Gypsy Summer, and in China, a Tiger Autumn. But I heard Indian
You heard,
summer
yes, you heard
in
it.
USA
Yes.
because I went in the last August, September, and in this period
They call it.
they call it Indian summer.
That
In
actually
USA.
is not really
I don't
true,
know
yeah.
in Europe.
Yeah, it depends on the latitude where you are, of course. Okay.
Yes.
Yes. Okay, Anto, can
but,
you continue?
The writer Sir John Mortimer saw a deeper reason for Britain's. Oh, no,
No, you jumped
I have
the
lost.
paragraph, but the big
Okay,
difference.
I'm sorry. But the big difference between the British and other nationalities is that they talk about Indian summers much more. Britons need weather talk to help us overcome our reserve, explains Kate Fox, author of Watching the English. We talk about it a lot, but not because it's an intrinsically interesting topic. People use weather talk to facilitate social interaction. The writer Sir John Mortimer saw a deeper reason for Britain's peculiar obsession with the weather. There is nothing personal about it, he wrote. It gives away no secret. Talking to our next-door neighbors over the fence, we, as a nation, are reluctant to make such an uncomfortable confession as "I can't stand your children" or "I'm passionately in love with your wife." It's far easier to say "I think we will be having rain over the weekend." È giusto per intrattenere la discussione, cioè dialogo.
Okay.
Tanto per dire qualcosa, ho capito.
Okay, so before going on, and even before having a look to all the words that you probably have never met before, let's try to see what is true and false according to you, and let's get to underline the sentence or the part of the article that gives you the answer. Okay, Edo. One.
British people talk about the weather more than they used to. British people talk about the weather more than they used to.
You think, according to the article, you think that is true or false?
Yes. Gli inglesi parlano del tempo molto più che si usano.
No, di quanto facevano nel passato. Di quanto si facesse nel passato. Used to it means the habit, having the habit of. You think it's true or false? Let's see in the article where they say that.
The article show.
In 1758, that when two Englishmen meet, the first talk is of the weather. They are in haste to tell each other what each must already know. That is hot or cold, bright or cloudy, windy or calm. Not much has changed. A survey and so on. So they talk about more than they used to be.
True.
So actually is false. Because it's always the same. So not much has changed. They still they're not talking more now than in the past. They were doing it in the past and they still are doing it now. Okay. Okay, Anna, 2.
People had mixed feelings about the hot weather. What meaning mixed feelings?
Mixed feelings means that somebody really likes it and somebody hates it. So they are mixed because they are not, you think, is that true?
I think is true.
And you know where do they say that?
Aspetta che c'è il coso davanti, non lo vedo. There was a sense of both delight.
Yes, there was a
and
sense
worry.
of and worry, delight and worry. There was a sense of both delight and worry, the lovely hot weather about the threat of global warming. Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Chiara.
Number 3.
Yes, please.
Okay. Some weather experts say that the warm weather was not an Indian summer because it happened in September.
Vedi un po' sul paragrafo dove ne parla? Per favore.
Suo,
Ci stai? C'è scritto su, ok. Sì.
No, ecco.
Okay.
Yes, it is true.
It is true. And when do they say that?
It couldn't be probably called an Indian summer, which only occurs as a warm spell in autumn, especially in October and November.
Yes, yes. That's it. That's it. Very good. Anto, 4.
The older English term for Indian summers is still used in some parts of the UK.
Parts of the UK.
No. In some, before the First World War, were known as l'estate di San Martino.
Like in Italy.
So, exactly.
Yes.
So the old English term is false.
It is false. Because you see, Indian summer is different name in Britain until around the end of the First World War, but now they all call Indian summers because, of course, after the colonization of India, they start to talk with different kind of comparison. Okay, Edo, number 5.
Kate Fox says that the British talk about the weather because they are shy. Kate Fox says
shy.
British talk about the weather because they are shy. Cerca del tempo perché timidi.
Yes.
Yes.
I have to read the paragraph.
Is here. I put it on the top here.
Yes, I know.
Britain's
need were told to help us overcome our reserve, explains Kate Fox, author of Watching the English. We talk about it a lot but not because it is an intrinsically interest topic. So people use weather.
Yes, it's true actually. Yeah, it's actually what you just read. Yes, it's true. Okay, Annie.
Sir John Mortimer believes that the British talk about the weather to avoid saying what they really think. L'ultimo prezzo non l'ho capito.
Okay, let's read together the last paragraph. The writer, Sir John Mortimer, saw a deeper reason for Britain's peculiar obsession with the weather. There's nothing personal about it, he wrote. It gives away no secret. Talking to our next door neighbors over the fence, we, as a nation, are reluctant to make such uncomfortable confessions as, I can't stand your children, or I'm passionately in love with your wife. It's far easier to say, I think we'll be having rain over the weekend.
Okay.
It's true.
So it's true. Okay. Oh, so it's true. Okay, very good. Let's get, who is Dr. Johnson, is a very influential 18th century writer and editor. And the Met Office, the UK's National Weather Service, is the Met Office. Like in Italy, we have il Servizio Meteorologico dell'Aeronautica. It's the same, it's the Met Office. But it's not military in England.
I think the Indian summer,
yes,
American Indian.
No, it's India, like India.
Io ho sempre pensato agli indiani d'America.
No. Dell'India proprio perché è una caratteristica di quel tipo di latitudine, quando, quando già è autunno, sì, perché lo usano, lo dicono anche lì, no?
Sì.
Ma è quando è autunno inoltrato e fa delle bellissime giornate molto calde, che sembrano estive. È proprio l'estate.
Ho sempre pensato agli indiani d'America, invece no, sono gli indiani.
Sì, loro non sono molto, non lo so, gli indiani d'America con il tempo che tipo di relazione abbiano.
Non lo so.
Comunque andiamo a vedere un pochino di vocaboli prima di andare avanti. Ok, it's commonly observed that when it has hurry, like hurry. Or in has is like to be in a hurry. It's the same. Okay.
Okay.
We must already know that it's hot or cold, bright or cloudy, windy or cold. Not much has changed. A survey published after the average British person mentions the weather at least once every 6 hours. And that 70% of us check the weather forecast every day, even when nothing unusual is happening.
Perdonami, ma se loro guardano le previsioni del tempo, ma se il tempo poi cambia, cioè quanto sono attendibili le previsioni del tempo?
They are, you know, that actually they are here. At the moment, they are much more reliable than they were in the past, because, you know, with the technology now they are reliable, but that is changing, but they can foresee that it's changing. It doesn't mean that you don't know what is going to happen. If you are following the weather forecast, they could say in the morning it's sunny, but be careful because it could be possible that there will be a heavy shower at about 10:30, so they can foresee it.
Do you see the forecast at the television? Do you see?
I don't see the forecast on television at the moment. Actually, I follow the forecast on the internet because it's very quick and they give you a kind of immediate answer to the place where you are.
Anyway, they often mistake about the forecast.
Yes, of course.
They have predicted that we should have had a Pasqua and Pasquetta raining with cold.
Yes, it was nice. Yes, it was.
I never see the forecast, never. I take the day as it comes.
No, I always do it. But, you know, to watch the weather forecast in English, it's a very, very good way of improving your vocabulary and your listening, because actually the weather forecast is using many words, but many of them, they are repeatedly, continuously. They're always the same. And they are speaking very fast because the time for the weather forecast is very short. So they're talking quite fast. So I always say to my students, if you can go to BBC forecast and watch sometimes the weather forecast, because if you watch it once, probably you won't understand anything. But the second time, you will understand more, and then more, and then more, because they are using the same kind of language. But the thing is that they are changing, because of course, if you watch the weather forecast now and then you're watching the weather forecast in 4 hours, it's different, but the language is still very similar. So you have to be inside. It's a very good exercise. So if you can, I suggest you to watch the weather forecast for Britain. For Britain, that's enough. Or even if you got BBC around the world, they are talking about all the world. They are very interesting because, you know, they show you how it's changing all around the world. It's quite interesting. And then, of course, you can do whatever you want with this information. You can even do not care about the information, but the language they use is useful, is really useful. Okay. Last week, as temperature soared.
Raggiunto.
No, yeah,
No?
they go up, go up. Okay. The highest record under September temperature. Yes, yes, yes. And there was a sense of both delight and lovely hot weather. And sorry. Okay. The battery. No. There's a okay. Sorry, but my plug doesn't work very well. Okay. Or worry about the threat of global warming. In this case, threat, how could you translate it?
Oh, yeah.
Minaccia, mi sembra.
La minaccia, yes. On television and in newspaper, experts argued earnestly over what.
Earnestly,
Yes.
what
Does it mean? Earn.
C'entra con guadagnare.
Guadagnare. Però. Boh.
Try. Try to put in the sense. No, it's not.
Argued era discutere, no?
No, actually, yes, that means that you do something in a very serious way, without humor. Okay. How can you say in Italian earnestly? Because it means in a very serious way, without any humor.
Okay.
Okay, seriously.
Seriamente.
Yes, yes. Okay. Seriamente, yes, seriamente, earnestly. Okay, and on such extreme weather meant, and if there was even a term for it, while many call it an Indian summer, the Met Office ruled that it couldn't be properly called an Indian summer, which only occurs as a warm spell in autumn.
Warm spell?
A warm spell. How could you say a warm spell? Because you understand what does it mean. What do you think it does mean? A warm spell in autumn, especially in October and November.
Forse un caldo particolare, qualcosa di un evento particolare?
Yeah, in this case, because spell has got so many meanings, because even there's the magic spell that I think you know that is nothing to or to do the spelling, you know. So it could be like incantesimo, formula magica, lo spelling. Oh, ecco Maila. Okay. So in this case, a warm spell, una magia di calore. Ok. Un evento straordinario.
Ok.
Sì.
Però la parola spell è incantesimo.
Parola spell è incantesimo, magia soprattutto, oltre oppure il verbo di to spell, compitare.
Formulare.
Formulare, compitare, sì, esatto. Hi Myla.
Hi.
How are you?
Fine. I'm
okay?
I'm here, yes.
Okay, we are talking about weather today. Page 36 in our book.
Because in Milano there is a sun and in Rome there is cloudy.
Can you imagine? Yeah, it's terrible. Okay, what else? Indian summer got across the globe. In Britain, late heat waves. This is a compound word. Do you remember compound words?
Yes.
When we put two words together and there's another meaning. This is another one, the heat waves.
L'onda di calore.
L'onda di calore. Sì. Yeah. And in Italy we call it St. Martin summer as well. Ok, anche noi le chiamiamo così, eh?
Sì,
Vedete, here are all the names all around the globe. And then at the end, there's nothing, no other words intrinsically, we know it. Water talk, okay, social interaction, peculiar, that's a very, gives no secret, neighbors, over the fence. You know what is over the fence?
Over the fence? No.
Imagine two neighbor people, they are talking. In England, usually the ideal house, there are the small houses, one near the other, with a garden that are just bordering one. So you got your neighbor and you got a garden and you got a fence that is divided into two gardens. So you talk with your neighbors over the fence. One in his garden and you are in your garden, and there's a fence dividing the two. Okay.
È una staccionata, che c'è?
Yes,
Sono dei,
yes,
diciamo una paratia, insomma, una separazione.
Yeah. Okay. Oh yes, double miler. Okay,
Tu pensa se non vai d'accordo, col vicino. Attaccato, una gioia proprio.
Very common, very common. Okay, so I think that more or less is it. But let's get into our vocabulary back about the weather at page 156.
150.
Sempre after a student book, right? Or,
yes, student book. Yes, student book.
Okay.
Okay, let me put it here like this so we can. What's the weather like? Put the words or phrases in the right place in the chart. Okay, let's try to do it a bit bigger. I put the people underneath. Okay, so we have here, you see, it's cool. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we go it on. Okay, no, because I'm listening to the sound that Mala probably with two devices. Yes, but I sent you, I can listen to you twice.
Eccomi, giusto?
That's nice. Okay, fine. Now it's okay. Fantastic. Okay, dear. Start with this. Try and put the words or phrases in the right place in the chart. So number one, it's cool. Quite cold.
Okay.
Then it's unpleasantly cold. What do you say about it?
Freezing. No? No, below zero forse può essere.
Unpleasantly cold. No, freezing.
They are very similar one to another.
Siamo sopra?
Damp.
No, it's not.
Breeze. No.
Chilly.
Okay, let's try to do it without watching, and then we watch at the end. Okay. Okay, you say, and I write it for you. I cancel them for you. So you say chilly. It's chilly.
Yeah, chilly.
Then we got it's cold, normal. Now we got over cold weather, very cold. Anna, it's
very cold. Very cold is
below zero.
be careful.
No,
no?
quella sotto.
Io metterei freezing.
Freezing. And then number 4, as you say, below zero. It's below zero. Now let's get on the hot weather. So you see they are divided into cold weather, hot weather, raining weather, and windy, probably, with the various nuances that you have on the weather. So, Chiara, number 5. It's pleasant and not cold. How do you say?
Just warm.
Warm.
Pleasant and not cold.
Okay, could be warm. And Anto, what about 6? A pleasantly high temperature.
Però warm.
Io avrei messo brezza. Pleasant and breeze avrei messo brezza.
No, I don't think so. Be careful because you got some more. Look at all of them.
Boiling, la numero 6. It's boiling.
No, it's not, because it's not pleasantly.
Pleasantly.
Actually, that should be warm, I think. And pleasant and not cold, it should be another one, probably.
Mild.
Find it out. Yes, somebody say that.
Mild.
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 Yes.
Mild.
La prima.
Yes, it should be this one. Should be 5.
Okay.
I'm not sure about it, but I think so.
And warm
pleasantly high.
The second one.
Okay.
Then it's hot. And then what about 7, Edo? It's like scorching, unpleasantly hot.
Humid.
No, very, very hot.
Very hot.
7.
Very hot.
Fai a bollire, come sarebbe boiling?
Yes. Boiling. And then we get into 8. Myla, a bit wet, but not raining.
Oh.
Like it's very
Humid.
humid.
Yes.
Lightly.
Raining lightly. Anna.
Oh, mamma mia.
It's drizzling.
Number 9 or number 10?
9.
Okay.
And short period of rain. What do you put?
No, raining lightly. What was?
Drizzling.
Breathing.
Anna said drizzling. And then we check it out at the end. Yes.
Okay.
Even if you're going well up to now. And then 10, Chiara, short period. Oh, doesn't matter. It's the same. Tell me. What do you say?
I didn't understand the number 9. What have you put in on the 9?
Drizzling.
Drizzling. Okay.
Drizzling.
Okay. Number 10.
I have to tell you an anecdote on this word.
It's raining lightly. Okay.
And then 10, short period of rain.
Raining lightly. I don't know what does it mean lightly. Maybe pouring.
No, lightly is just the opposite of pouring, actually.
Ah, okay.
So,
it's opposite. Okay, so.
Short period of rain.
Short period.
Yeah.
Ok. Quindi è secco.
No.
No.
And no.
Very
short period of rain.
Breve.
Pioggia sempre.
Yes, of rain. We are always talking about rain because
showers.
Showers.
Okay.
Yeah, showers. And then it's raining. It's wet. And there are I'm afraid that I'm missing something. No, okay. Yes, there's something wrong here. Something wrong.
Where?
Here. Because there are raining intermittently. Intermittently. Sorry.
Shower.
This should be shower, yes.
Okay.
And raining a lot is pouring.
Okay.
But this one that is left up, that is damp.
Damp is a short period of rain.
No, actually damp is a bit wet, but should be a bit wet, but not raining. So raining lightly, yeah.
Number 9.
Yeah, humid.
Breeze, l'abbiamo dimenticato di barrarlo, dove l'abbiamo messo?
No,
there's another one. Wait.
No, okay. Damp where?
And then
Damp 9.
8.
I let you, yeah.
8 damp.
Wait
okay.
before checking. Don't do it for sure.
Okay.
Because now I'm getting confused. Who put something where?
Okay.
No, because some of you they got wrong, and some of you they got right. Okay. And there's a light with breeze. Okay, so let's get into the. Okay.
Hai sbarrato raining a lot invece di breeze, probably.
No, non ho sbarrato apposta, perché avevo la penna ancora aperta.
Che disagio!
Sì, è così. Ok.
Facciamo un riassunto.
No,
quello dobbiamo fare.
Sentiamo.
2.31. Weather.
Sì.
What's the weather like? A. 1.
It's cool.
2.
It's chilly.
Okay.
3.
It's freezing.
4.
It's below 0.
5.
It's mild.
6.
It's warm.
7.
It's boiling. It's scorching.
8.
It's humid.
Okay.
9.
It's damp.
Damp.
Oh, damp.
10.
It's drizzling.
11.
There are showers.
Okay.
12.
It's pouring.
13.
There's a breeze.
B.
Wait for bumpy. Okay, now, so this drizzling, actually, I thought it was a very common verb, because, you know, in Britain is very often drizzling. But even here now, you know, when that rain that you don't even open the umbrella, but you get wet at the end. Because it's very, very thin.
Okay, yes.
So actually, it's I understood that it was a very a British word, because I remember when many years ago I met Eva, my friend, that she's from Canada, and I was talking about drizzling, and she said, "What?" Because, you know, drizzling is not even used in many other countries because they haven't got any drizzling. Drizzling is very typical of some parts of the world, like in Europe.
But also in Milan is
Also in Milan, yeah, because when it's like when the fog is falling down.
Yes.
When the fog is
yes.
falling down, you get wet. Actually, it's like
Yes.
drizzling, but it's not really rain.
Rain.
Okay. Okay.
Mi sono persa il 10, che cos'era? Short period of rain, il 10 che cos'era?
Drizzling.
Esattamente.
Ma scusami, ma no, shower era l'11.
Sì, era drizzling, era proprio questo drizzling,
Drizzling,
che però non è esatto quello che vi volevo dire. Non pensate, short period of rain, è molto inglese questa definizione, ma non corrisponde esattamente a quello che è drizzling, perché drizzling è la pioggerella, quella fina, sottile.
È più la 9 allora, è più la 9.
No, è la 10, ma è di solito anche per brevi periodi, perché non piove così tanto sottile a lungo.
E invece la 9 che cos'era? Che pioveva leggermente?
La 9 era damp, l'umido leggero.
La foschia, insomma.
Sì,
no, più che foschia è
la
pioggerellina della nebbia. È presente che non
L'una e
piove,
l'altra
ma
sono
i capelli tutti bagnati se esci. Per dire
Ho capito.
Sì. Ok, adesso andiamo a vedere questo B con la differenza tra fog, mist and smoke. Ok, provate a farlo voi ora.
B, ok, complete senso di fog.
Eccolo qua. Vai Chiara.
Ok. When the weather's foggy or misty or there is smog, it is difficult to see.
Ok, e adesso dimmi secondo te la number one a quale delle tre?
Usually very thick and often occurs in the mountains or near the sea. Ok. The mountains or near the sea. Not smog. Maybe fog.
Maybe fog. Anto, try number 2.
It's thicker and can be found in towns and in the country. Misty.
Mist, you think? And Myla, number 3.
Smog is caused by pollution and usually occurs in big city.
Okay, the 3 is definitely smog. Let's listen to it.
When the weather's foggy or misty or there's smog, it's difficult to see. Mist isn't usually very thick and it often occurs in the mountains or near the sea. Fog is thicker and can be found in towns and in the country.
Okay.
Smog is caused by pollution and usually occurs in big cities.
Okay, so as you see, the mist is not so thick. How can you say? In Italian, I don't remember even the word of mist. Is the what you found when you are up in the mountain is nebbiolina, maybe. We don't. I don't think we have. Yes, we don't have so many words as they have in English, because we put some adjectives to describe nuvole basse, nebbiolina, and so but actually it's all nebbia for us, and then nebbia più fitta, meno fitta, eccetera.
Foschia.
Foschia anche, bravo, anche foschia. Foschia, forse, that is much better with mist, foschia, yes.
Quindi foschia è sul primo, abbiamo detto, ha detto la signora, quindi foschia è sul primo, quindi si adatta alla montagna, cioè diciamo quindi in natura, mentre fog
esattamente.
la troviamo o in città.
Facciamo un riassunto qui, facciamo questo esercizio qui, tu. Ok, dividiamoli con wet, cold and hot, ok? Li mettiamo in categorie. Vai, Anna.
Allora, wet.
Mild, dove ci metti?
Mild, cosa voleva dire mild? Non mi ricordo più. Mild.
Pleasant.
Era mite, è un clima mite, no?
Mite, esatto.
Mite.
Per cui dove lo mettiamo?
Non wet.
Not wet.
Not wet. Hot.
Vale, hot. Cool, Chiara.
Cool, cold.
Yes. Anto, damp.
Wet.
Mila, below zero.
Cold.
Yes. Edo, pouring with rain.
Wet.
Anna, freezing.
Cold.
Chiara, boiling.
Hot.
Anto, shower.
Wet.
Yes. Mila, drizzling.
Wet.
Edo, chile.
Cold.
And of course, last two, they should be hot, scorching.
Scorching? What is?
And warm. Scorching è quando...
Era con boil?
Yes, like boil. Scorching, how could you say? Torrido.
Torrido.
Ok.
Torrido. Scorching, che ti leva la pelle proprio, che ti brucia, bruciante. Ok? Ok, good. Perché anche cercando di memorizzarli così in categorie, perché le tre categorie sono il tempo bello, caldo, che fa capo hot, che è la parola generica, e poi le varie sfumature. Freddo, cold, e le varie sfumature, wet, bagnato, per cui piovoso, con le varie sfumature.
Okay.
Per cercare di memorizzare i vocaboli. Poi abbiamo l'extreme weather. Bello. Andiamo a fare l'extreme weather. Allora, invece di farlo qui, lo facciamo così. Ok. E proviamo a mettere queste parole al posto giusto. Provate voi, l'ordine è sempre lo stesso. Anna, Chiara, Anto, Maila, Edo.
Allora, if you are very loud, then you know the storm is near. I don't know the words hail, flood.
Don't worry. Try to understand what it does mean, this sentence, and what you should put in it.
Okay.
So even if you don't know some of them, try to understand your sentence and then decide. And then, of course, if somebody else does not agree with your reply, can move it.
Okay.
Loud.
If
Se
you are very
ascolti,
loud.
aumentare il rumore?
Sì. Non sono blizzard. Blizzard?
If you
Chiara.
I thought it was raining, but then I saw the little balls of ice bouncing off my car and realized it was mi piace, bouncing off my car, realized that
Questa in italiano lo sapevo.
In Italian, you mean you know too many words, actually.
I hope.
I hope so.
Grandine.
Yes.
Thunder, monsoon, no? I saw the little balls of ice bouncing off my car and realized that it was...
Io quasi quasi ruberei sto Blizzard.
Sì, perché mi sa di...
Può essere, io l'ho buttata lì.
Io butterei Hail. Perché Hail mi pare di ricordare.
No, aspetta, lo deve dire Chiara.
Scusa.
Io...
Mi ha preso lo slancio di quello che voi dicevate, allora dico fammi dire, va.
Cosa di freddo, quindi anche a me hail non so cosa significa, I don't know what that means, hail, so I think Smaila
Blizzard.
Antonella, this is an interesting exercise now.
During the storm,
Yeah.
the sky was light up by bright flashes of lightning. Dovrebbero essere i lampi, dovrebbero essere.
I agree.
Sono buoni tutti così.
Scusa.
Vai, Maila.
Don't visit India during the season unless you really love rain.
Non se lo indovini, te dico io. Posso te dico sono buoni tutti, guarda, parla.
No, perché io sono indecisa, forse monsoon.
Ma guarda,
forse sì.
Monsoon.
Però avevo detto prima hurricane.
Monsoon.
Sì.
Ok, Edo.
Winds reached 120 kilometers per hour during the hurricane, and hundreds of houses were damaged and destroyed. Hurricane.
Okay. The snow was blowing into our faces and we couldn't see, so we decided not to move until the...
Io qui lo saprei cosa
c'è.
Bisogna riprendere quello sopra.
È brava.
Bisogna riprendere Blizzard.
Ancora sto Blizzard.
Una cifra, spigne proprio.
Blizzard è la bufera di neve, quindi ci sta tutta. Butta giù.
Ok, e allora the second one is hail, maybe.
Vai, ripia Antonella, va.
The second one is hail, io dicevo, Butta sulla second hail. Guarda come ride sotto i baffi Paola, qua.
And the first?
È piano,
no. E dovrebbe essere thunder, perché è il tuono, nel senso che se tu stai per sentire anche
in English, please explain in English.
Thunder. I'm sorry, thunder is maybe the first one.
Hai ragione.
And you know the storm is near. Okay. So it's thunder.
The first.
Thunder.
Ok.
Un po' di Chiara, poi quando finiamo la lezione ti gonfio. Sì.
I love you too.
Workers use the boats to reach people trapped on the roofs. Questa non capisco anche la frase, pensa alla parola.
No, leggila piano che si capisce. Pezzo per pezzo. The roofs of their houses during the...
Trapped on the roof of their houses during the... E porco Giuda. Questo sarà, questo è wave. Wave mi sa di onda, mettiamoci wave.
Heat wave.
Sì.
Ma heat wave l'abbiamo visto prima, era l'onda calda, no?
È l'onda calda.
Quindi secondo me ci va flood.
È flood, sì.
E che ne so? Io
Maila,
leggi anche l'ultima, Maila, leggi l'ultima.
Allora, we really appreciated having air conditioning to keep us cool during the l'onda calda, che non so cosa sia.
L'ondata di calore.
Ondata di calore.
Allora,
Number
ci
7
sta,
with
ci sta.
8.
Okay. Heat wave.
Ok.
Quindi questo flood che sarà? Boh.
Ok. Sì, l'allagamento è flood.
Flood.
ok.
Flood è proprio come flooding. Flooding è
Ok.
proprio l'allagamento, l'alluvione.
Non sappiamo flooding. Ce lo dici come a dire come flooding? Come se...
È come hail, che è un'altra parola che non so perché non la sa quasi nessuno, eppure è comune perché è la grandine.
La grandine, è vero.
Ma perché non la sai che è così comune?
No, nel senso che se noi ci ponessimo, come io vi dico sempre, con uno spirito critico nella nostra realtà, quello che abbiamo intorno non possiamo non saperlo. Alla fine, cioè, vi sarà capitata la grandine, perché non vi siete chiesti come si dice in inglese?
Come si diceva?
Come? Hail.
Hail.
La grande.
Tu lo sai che soltanto da che io ho iniziato a fare il corso di inglese, ogni parola che mi viene dico come si dirà in inglese.
Esatto, è proprio quello, ma
prima di questo non mi è mai capitato.
lo so, ma io infatti quando vi dico, quando iniziate, certo, ma quando iniziate il percorso vi dovete porre nella vostra realtà con un altro atteggiamento, che è un atteggiamento critico nei confronti di quello che state imparando, perché se voi limitate l'apprendimento dell'inglese alla lezione o al momento in cui studiate, è comunque limitato, ma voi vivete una realtà che è piena della stessa materia che state studiando, perché l'inglese non è una materia, ma è un sistema comunicativo, per cui noi siamo pieni di inglese, no? Intorno. Per quello io dico ponetevi in modo critico, nel senso che non ci può, guardatevi intorno, non ci può essere una cosa che non sapete, una parola che non sapete in inglese, della vostra realtà, a partire da, che ne so, per dire, no?
Ma di prof, ci può sta, ci può sta.
Sì, ci deve stare all'inizio, è così, però avere questo atteggiamento critico vi dà modo di imparare tante parole. Ad esempio, io qui ho, che cos'è? L'acetone.
Allora, quello si chiama nail
solvent.
Nail solvent.
Nail solvent.
Yes.
Or they call acetone free because it's without acetone. Gentle nail polish remover.
Ah, vero.
Leggetevi anche sempre tutte le etichette, le descrizioni, sempre. Io la mattina i cereali prendo e mi sono sempre letti tutte le cose, lì ho imparato come si dice frumento, tutte queste cose che magari nel libro non è detto che vi vengono insegnate, ma soprattutto non è detto che le memorizzate, perché voi riuscite a memorizzare una parola nel momento in cui la mettete in atto, nel momento in cui gli date un link nel vostro cervello e guardarvi intorno e cercare le parole è il modo giusto. Nevica, piove, grandina, come si dice grandina? Me lo vado a guardare, io l'ho imparato così, non l'ho letto sui libri. Grandina l'ho imparato perché un giorno ero sotto la grandine e mi sono chiesta, accidenti, come cappero ti chiami te? E me lo sono andata a cercare.
E grandinare si dice to hail?
To hail, yes. Poi andremo a... Per cui se volete fatevi questo esercizio che c'è qui, Extreme Weather, sempre a pagina 156, che è esattamente come quello che abbiamo appena fatto, però con definizioni. Per cui qui vi spiega esattamente quello che è. Ad esempio, fatemi vedere se trovo, small balls of ice that fall like rain. Ecco qua, hail. E vi dice che ha noun and verb, per cui avete sia il sostantivo che il verbo con lo stesso, esattamente la stessa parola che è hail. E qui vedete anche quelle che sono noun and verb. Poi se volete lo possiamo anche rivedere, anzi facciamo così, ve lo faccio Ah no, perché penso che nell'ascolto vi dice solo uno. Vediamo se le dice tutte.
2.32. Extreme weather. 1,
Heat wave.
No, lo dice tutto, ok.
2,
Ah, ecco, no, non lo
Drought.
dice tutto. Speravo che dicesse anche la definizione. Invece no, vabbè, questo lo andate a vedere tra di voi. Oh, qui ce ne ha detta già una che non abbiamo fatto. Drought.
Long usually.
Along, brava.
Sono prontissima.
Che cosa? Per cui anche questa la...
Long, usually hot. Right here when there is a little and no rain.
Umido.
No, the opposite. Hot, dry period when there's little or no rain at all. Long.
Secco?
Yes, è proprio quasi siccità.
Siccità,
Drought. Periodo estremamente secco, ok? Le altre le abbiamo viste tutte, le potete piazzare facilmente.
Ok.
Vedete, anche qui ti dice hurricane, also cyclone or tornado, sono la stessa cosa più o meno, però penso che cambi la parola a seconda dei gradi di intensità, c'è una scala forse che lì...
Che divide, cioè fino a un certo punto è un ciclone, fino a un certo punto è un tornado.
Sì,
e poi
esatto, anche come, penso anche come si muovono, anche il tipo di movimento che hanno, però è qualcosa, vabbè, di particolarmente tecnico, perché io li ho sentiti chiamare cyclone quando stavo ad esempio a Mauritius, poi vabbè lì parlo francese, era le cyclone dicevano, però era hurricane, lo traducevano anche invece di cyclone.
Con chi ci saresti andata a Mauritius tu?
Ci sono andata 3 volte, per cui c'è la scelta.
Con lei per viaggiare forse?
No, me le organizzavo da sola, darling, i viaggi.
Sorry.
Ma un semplice Mauritius.
No, era Mauritius e Zambia, vabbè.
Can we see
Wow.
cyclone air?
10 lode allora.
Can you see, Edo, you say?
Can you see cyclone air? Area ciclonica and...
area, cyclone area. Yes, probably.
For the pressure.
Oh, yes,
meteorology are organized by moving in the clockwise round is cyclone. Anti-cyclone.
I don't know how do you say in English actually, ciclone and anticiclone. I don't think it's the right anti, but I got it. Yes, I like you. No, Edo, I love you because you are my tuttologo. No, really. It's always giving us an occasion of going deeper into the matter. Yes, it's very interesting. Okay, my dear people. I hope that it's not raining too much today. No, now it's better, the weather here. It seems a bit better, but still a bit cold. So I think that today we have something like tortellini in brodo for lunch.
L'hai fatti tu?
No.
Orange.
I don't. Yeah, no. I buy them, and my husband is doing the broth. So
today is orange period.
It's orange today, and tomorrow I will go back to school, I think. I don't know yet.
No, noi sempre rossi.
Paola, please give us some exercises, because last time you have given us exercises, but they were the same.
The same, yes.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Yes.
I have done them in 2 different periods, so that in the second time I have succeeded.
So there were 4, and there were just one exercise?
Just only 2 exercises were different. And then the other were the same of the first.
You know why? It's not my fault, actually. I didn't check. That's my fault because I didn't check them. but because they're using the same exercise, because I went on to different texts and they use the same exercise, the editor is the same, for different kind of books. So I've tried with 2 or 3 books different, and they use the same exercise. So I'm sorry about that, but I'm going to look for something else, for something
There
different.
is no problem.
Okay, how they were anyway? They were okay.
For
They
future,
were fine.
yes, yes.
How was the future?
Future
Continuous?
perfect and future continuous.
How was it? Easy?
The first time I had done a little bit more mistakes. That and the second time that I have done just yesterday, maybe. That was fine.
Okay.
I have done just
Where
only
shall we
2
wear
mistakes.
on Thursday? Where shall we wear on Thursday?
Where shall we meet on Thursday? I hope just as usual in our class. I hope so, but I will confirm to you, because they say that actually all the schools are open, including the high school. So as we are following the same rules as for the high schools, we should be allowed to meet on Thursday. But I will confirm you, no problem. Okay.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye
Bye-bye.
bye.
Bye, people. See you next
Good
time.
morning.
Bye.
You,
Bye-bye.
on Tuesday, on Thursday at 5 in the afternoon, right?
Yes.
Yes, we will.
5:30.
Okay. Yes, we will. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.